Hey, this is Eric Allen here, Allen Guitars, and I've got my favorite tuner here that I wanted to just kind of show a quick repair on. Schaller is just the top notch. You can't find any better locking tuner and tuner in general. They just are like works of art to me with their machining and things. It's a German engineered and machined and produced, and they are great, by the way, on warranty. If you ever email the company, their president Lars Bruning will often email you back himself and take care of your warranty needs. So they do a lot of that, and I've had a lot of warranty things over the years with them that they've just always just been great on. So this isn't necessarily needed, but I know that sometimes you're going to run into a tuner that has the inevitable problem where you have it, where the threading doesn't go quite right when you go to thread the bushing into it. And when that happens, what do? Is it, you throw your tuner away or what? Well, these tuners are expensive. A box of these right now is going for about $140 or $50 for 6 of these. So, that's quite a price tag on these. And the only way you can get an individual one of these is straight from Germany. And I think they're probably $15, $17 a piece plus shipping from Europe, so that can be pricey as well. So they redesigned these last year or so and did a great job. The button on the back, the way you can tell the difference between them is the button on the back is smaller. Now they have a previous style where the button on the back is larger, and this doesn't apply to those. Here's the two up against each other, and you can see this is the old style and this is the new style. And so let me see if I can turn these right to show that. You can see the button on the new style is slightly smaller, and that distinguishes them. So the old style disassemble totally different. They've got a little snap ring underneath here that you take out underneath the locking wheel and stuff to disassemble them. And but they've replaced them with these, and I had one and I thought, how am I going to fix those threads? What can I do to fix the threads? Because I hate all these tuners use the same threads, the old ones and the new ones. Even Fender, by the way, use those threads. The Fender Ping, and they were originally designed by Schaller, and then the Fender lockers, they started having them produced by Ping out of Japan, I believe it is. So how do you repair the threads in these instead of just toss your tuner? Well, it starts off with a tap that is a metric tap. It's a M8 by 0.75. Now, I just got mine off of Amazon. M8X by 0.75 or 0.75. 0.75 is the thread, and it's a super fine thread. M8 is a metric 8 millimeter. And so it's a unique thread. It doesn't fit your standard stuff. And so just grab one of those off of Amazon. It's like $6 or whatever. But the way this works then is this lock button on these literally just turns out, okay? And inside, you will, when you take it apart, I've already had this one apart, so I could see how to do this. But you'll take it apart, and there's this bushing inside that is a brass gear. And it goes and it turns based on this, has a worm gear on it, and it turns that brass gear on it. And so what you do is that brass gear is pushed on to that, and I've marked it already. Normally, when you first take it apart, there's a bunch of grease inside here, white lithium grease. And you'll want to put white lithium grease back inside. But you have to press that back off. You can't get in there with anything to press it off, so it's quite the chore. So what you do, what I did that works really simple and easy, is you thread this down out till it's just threaded a little bit of gap, right? You can see the gap in it, nothing hard. And then take a 9 millimeter socket, okay? And then I'm just going to tap this. And when you tap it, it knocks that loose. You can then thread this out and push it a little more if you want, and you'll feel it kind of come off, and that gear comes off. And once that gear is off, you just thread this out totally, okay? Then you take your tap and you thread it in there nicely. I would hold it up this way as you do, just so the shavings don't drop down inside and get on the worm gear. You can take this worm gear out, by the way, if you want to. It's not a big deal to do either. You have to take the screw off the top of here and things. So but it's not needed. Just do it like this. Make sure you blow it all out as well so no shavings get in there. But that takes that gear off. Then you trace your threads out. Then you simply put this back in, and you're going to just line up your gear with the marking, like I said, I already did on this, and you're going to press that gear back on. It goes on pretty easy if you have it aligned. And so you press it back on, put your lithium grease back in, thread this back in, and you're good to go. Your bushing is ready to thread in. So just a little tip from E. Allen Guitars on how to salvage a Schaller tuner, or really if you want to learn how to take other tuners apart, you can, the Fenders and things. It's the same thread, M8.175. So hope that saves somebody one day. Enjoy.